If I ask you to choose between landing 10 new clients this week or building a client journey that consistently turns strangers into raving fans, which would you pick? Most business owners, especially in the early growth years, chase the hustle. More calls, more posts, more leads, more everything. But here's the truth. Hustle creates spikes, not sustainability. And that's why today we're diving into something that will completely shift the way you think about growth. And that is your client journey. Because the health of your business isn't measured in how many hours you hustle. It's measured in how predictably you move a client from curious stranger to confident buyer to a long-term advocate. So, if you've been stuck on the hamster wheel of hustle, this episode is your roadmap out. I'll be honest, I used to worship hustle. Back in my concrete company days, hustle was how we survived. If the phone rang, we said yes. If someone asked for a quote, I was there, sometimes driving an hour out of my way. But here's what hustle didn't give me. It's consistency. Some months were packed with work and chaos. Other months, we were scrambling just to make payroll. And the turning point came when I realized that growth wasn't about chasing every opportunity. It was about creating a journey where clients naturally moved from hearing about us to trusting us, to hiring us, to referring us. Once we mapped that, our revenue stabilized. I wasn't working harder. I was working smarter. And that's when I could step into being the CEO instead of the chief hustler. And that's the same shift that I want for you today. A client journey matters more than the hustle for 3 reasons. Reason number 1, hustle is adrenaline driven. You never know if it will work this week. A mapped client journey gives you that consistency. Hustle is about shouting louder and posting more, chasing everyone. A journey builds trust with the right people, which means higher conversion. Hustle means chasing new sales. Journeys nurture existing clients so that they buy again, spend more, and refer others. I'd like to ask you to pause for just a moment and ask yourself, do I actually have a truly mapped out client journey in my business? Or am I just hoping my hustle will somehow just keep paying off? Here's a simple framework for you. It's a framework I teach inside the Scalable CEO Academy. It's the 5 stages of a client journey. First is awareness. They discover you. Podcast referrals, social media, networking. And then comes the engagement. They lean in. A downloadable freebie, a comment, a DM, or maybe they attend a workshop. Then there's conversion. They decide to buy. This is a sales call, a checkout process, or a proposal. And then we deliver. They experience your service. And this includes onboarding, fulfillment, and communication. And then step number 5 is advocacy. They refer, they renew, or they expand. The power isn't in any one of these stages. It's in the way that these connect into a journey. When you systemize this, you move out of chaos into clarity. So I'm curious, which of these stages feels the weakest in your business right now? That's the bottleneck. That's costing you the most. To most people, hustle feels productive. Client journey work, it can feel slow and invisible. But there's a reframe here for you. Hustle is like running on a treadmill. You sweat it, but you stay in one place. The client journey is like building a conveyor belt. Once it's running, it carries people forward, whether you're grinding it or not. CEOs don't build businesses on treadmill. They build conveyor belts. That's your mindset shift. You're not here to hustle harder. You're here to design the path so your clients can naturally keep moving forward. Let's take the next step and make this actionable. Here's the 3 steps that you can take this week to start shifting from hustle to client journey. Step 1, map it out. Write out your client journey, your awarenesses, your engagement, your conversation, your delivery, your advocacy. Even if it gets messy, get it on paper. And then step number 2, pick one bottleneck. Don't overhaul everything. Pick the weakest stage and ask yourself, what is one system I can install here? Maybe it's a better onboarding sequence. Maybe it's a referral request. And step number 3, systemize that one step. Build one repeatable asset, a welcome email, a follow-up template, a referral script. Install it, test it, and watch the ripple effect. If you did nothing else this month but strengthen one stage of your client journey, where would you start? As we've said, hustle is addictive because it gives you instant feedback, but it also keeps you trapped. Client journey, it frees you. It builds momentum that doesn't depend on you grinding 24/7. And that's the difference between being an overworked operator and becoming a scalable CEO. If this episode hits home, here's your next steps. Inside the Scalable CEO Academy, we just don't talk about client journeys. We give you the actual templates and dashboards to build them. So you're not guessing. You can join us at thescalableCEOacademy.com and start designing a client journey that grows your business without draining your life. And if you're not quite ready for that yet, grab my free resources, the CEO Shift Starter Kit. It'll walk you through the exact tools you need to help you step into your CEO role with confidence. And hey, if today's episode gave you a shift in perspective, do me a favor. Hit follow or subscribe wherever you're listening. Share this with one CEO friend who's stuck in hustle mode. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, leave a quick review. Tell me what resonated the most. It helps more business owners like you realize that they don't have to hustle their way to success. There's a smarter path. And that's it for today's episode of the CEO Shift Show. Remember, hustle might build a moment, but client journeys build movement. And next week, we're talking about something just as powerful: how to build onboarding that turns clients into advocates from day one. You don't want to miss it. Until then, keep reminding yourself, your business is a tool, not your identity. Build it like the asset it's meant to be.